So, if you haven't noticed, Beluga has taken over the world in around a year. A year being the time of his first public video shown on his channel. Beluga will go down in YouTube history for being one of the fastest growing channels to ever grace the platform, reaching 4 million subs in just 3 months. If you've been living under a YouTube rock and don't know who he is, Beluga makes very short Discord conversation skits in which you create somewhat relatable situations using the power of the Discord messaging format. Now, getting into this video, I'm going to make a couple of things clear at the get-go. I'm making this video after watching a fantastic explanation made by Paddy Galloway on the same subject, but I will be doing my best to give a fresh outlook on this. If you haven't seen Paddy's video, I would highly recommend watching it as he explains it in a fluidity that I probably cannot rival, but stick around if you want to hear my thoughts. If not, f**k off. Nah, love you really. Being one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube, you can expect a substantial growth chart, and we love a good chart over here. Going from January 2020 to May 2021, the channel had minimal growth, seeing 8 subscribers on the worst month and over 3,000 on the best month, which is still pretty good in relation to a channel at the time. What happened in June 2021 changed the face of the channel for good. In a single month, Beluga amassed a whopping 662,040 subscribers. The month of June 2021 cemented this channel into the public eye. Yeah, boy. With such growth and large session time, YouTube's algorithm forced these videos onto most people's recommended and home screens. In the following month of July, this resulted in 91 million views. That is over triple the amount he received in June. Coming into the peak of the channel a month later, in August 2021, Beluga gained a ridiculous 1.8 million subscribers and 192 million views. The growth Beluga had achieved in just 91 days was and is unrivaled. Beluga went from just another channel with no real direction to finding this incredible niche that no one knew YouTube needed. If you've seen Paddy Galloway's video, you will know that this is not Beluga's first rodeo. He also grew another channel prior to the Beluga channel, Explore Lucid Dreaming, which currently stands on just over 1 million subs. Explore Lucid Dreaming is now dormant, with the last upload being uploaded 10 months ago. This roughly works out to be in the early days of Beluga, poking its head up. Paddy also explains that a lot of the early growth of Beluga stems from end cards and other audience driving tactics from this channel, which was a big helping hand in getting that first vital 1,000 views to get noticed in the sea, which is the YouTube algorithm. I've said algorithm way too many times, so I think I've pretty much covered the interesting points of the growth of Beluga. On to the next bit. We're all familiar with the content that Beluga makes. They're usually around 2 to 3 minutes, snappy, relatable titles and poorly cropped and blurry thumbnails. Sometimes he takes things that are already popular and puts the Beluga spin on things, like his video, Smartest Way to Avoid Any Rickroll, the timeless meme that shall never die, or a recent video made on the first video on YouTube, where again he turns the subject into a chaotic, hyper-dramatised story about summoning the YouTube guy through the power of Discord, as usual. His content is unique. When you're watching a Beluga video, you know you're watching a Beluga video. From the quick fire messages to the endorphin filled message notification sounds. It gets you going, it gets in your head. We all know what a notification sound sounds like, and we all get a shot of warmth when we hear them, unless you're like me and have had my phone on silent since 2006. Beluga implements these tactics so fluently. These ideas, when worked into content, sucks you in and keeps you watching because it takes you to a place of positivity or even nostalgia. Why do you think so many channels use Minecraft music, Call of Duty soundtracks, or even Zelda melodies in the background? If you haven't noticed, that's what I'm doing right now, and you seem to have stayed this long. Coincidence? Probably. Anyway, we've all seen a Beluga video by now. In fact, if you started watching one at the start of this video, you would have finished it by now. Just a reminder of how short his little stories are. They are bingeable, if that's actually a word. They keep you hooked and keep you coming back, in theory. So, on to the meat of the video and the controversial point. See you in the next segment. It's hard to find actual evidence for this, but this is my consensus on Beluga and his success. Beluga has a large audience, obviously. Well, when I first found and watched a Beluga video, I watched all 3 minutes of it, enjoyed it and thought, hey, that's pretty funny, and moved on. After just 1 or even 2 videos, I kind of found it stale and a source of short-term entertainment. I think I've watched in total of around 4 Beluga videos before making this video. The reason I haven't watched more is that I can guess what the content is going to be. They're all the same in a lot of ways, which is fine. Every YouTuber has their thing. That's what makes them unique. Beluga's content is fairly repetitive. And which demographic loves repetition? 100 points for guessing correctly. Children. Very young children.
That you had
with a very short attention span. Kids will watch the same cartoon for 8 hours in a row and get the same feeling a crackhead does when chasing the dragon. Why do you think Baby Shark is sitting on a nice, cool 10 billion views? That's like not even the population of the fucking earth. Beluga clearly has a great understanding of YouTube and the video creation process. He is obviously skilled because raising 8 million subs is more than exceptional. I'm just saying that I would wager a very large portion of his regular audience is below the age of 13 because, speaking as a nearly 27-year-old man, I find it a struggle to watch any more than one at a time. Without seeing any demographics from Beluga himself, this is something we will never know, which is why it's just a theory. A Beluga theory. I don't see having a younger audience as a bad thing, especially as Aretz, Beluga's real name, is young himself. Being only 20, his younger audience probably look up to him and his cat-like profile like a god. I think that with such a young audience, he will be stuck making the same content for a long time. If he were to stray away from his Discord style skits, I don't think he could retain the views and subs he currently gets. Once you find your niche, your audience can hold you ransom for what they've come to expect, and we all know how savage the 10-year-olds of YouTube can be. Look, I'm not hating, whatever works, works. You keep banging the pennies away because that YouTube money doesn't discriminate. I can respect the grind and creativity of Beluga. He truly has broken the YouTube algorithm and blasted past 8 million subscribers. Something that the vast majority of YouTubers will never hit. A real unique club. Aretz, keep doing what you're doing, man. I won't be watching, but fair play to you. Thanks for watching. If you like listening to my words, smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.